It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Commanders and the Hawks, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. Here's Walker to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Howell from the gun. He completes this to Walker. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. And Howell will throw it. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. These are his numbers from last week's game. A boatload of carries, 118 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
A give left side to Robinson. Touchdown, Washington! Brian Robinson Jr. with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Howell, another throw on second down. He hits his target, Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Howell looking to throw again. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Howell. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Howell. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll go play action. Howell going right back to Knox, and again a completion. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Walker. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, so a drive that spans all. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we're going to look at the playoff race in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots of the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes the score 14-7. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Throwing here, Howell. And Walker with it over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Howell down to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Howell.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now Howell.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy.
Going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy line, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know?
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 85 catches for him on the year now. The result there is a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Seahawks take back over. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Howell will throw it.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Here's Howell.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And here's Daniel Wheelan on now to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll drop to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They'll go play action. Howell.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing here, Howell.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Howell out of the shotgun. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Daniel Wheelan now.
Taken in at the 22. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll set up to throw.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got this downfield to McBride.
A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Goes right back to McBride. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Hey, what's up, Levi? What's going on?
Giants, who are out in front in the second quarter. Devin Singletary, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And that one is at halftime, as they've got the lead over the visiting Detroit Lions. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Rashad White, a touchdown run in the victory. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Robinson up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hand off now to Robinson.
For a little juke. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
81 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They run again with Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Howell. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Commander's 34-yard line.
Howell down to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
It's Howell with another throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Shoves him away, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Smith and Jigba with a grab.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Howell from the gun.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're going to look to throw.
That is caught. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. And Howe will throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Another throw for Howell. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell, he hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And the Washington offense heading out. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
10 more there and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. A give left side to Robinson.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Robinson again. This time he's in for a Commanders touchdown. So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go. He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Howell.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
On the give, here's Robinson.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.